Your biggest enemy isn't out there, it's the mind you refuse to discipline. What you tolerate today becomes your prison tomorrow. Happiness isn't found, it's built by your daily choices. Silence isn't weakness, it's the power to control chaos. The more you chase, the more you lose. Let go, and what's meant for you will come. Your suffering is a reflection of the lies you keep telling yourself. Stop watering dead plants, some things are meant to end. Master your emotions, or they will master you. Peace isn't given, it's earned through self-control. The mind left unchecked is the root of all misery. What you resist the most is often what you need the most. You don't have time to waste on anger, your days are numbered. Forgiveness isn't for them, it's your escape from the poison of the past. Discomfort is life's way of showing you where to grow. Your ego seeks validation, your soul seeks truth. Choose wisely. The person you blame has no power over you, the blame itself does. True wisdom is realizing how often your thoughts deceive you. Let go of attachment, or be prepared for endless suffering. If you never change your habits, you will never change your future. A busy mind is not a productive mind, it's a distracted one. The desire for more creates the illusion of lack. Your thoughts create your reality, guard them fiercely. Becoming offended is a choice, and it's always a waste of time. The less you react, the more power you hold. Fear controls those who refuse to face it. You are not your emotions, you are the observer of them. Holding on to pain won't punish them, only you. Simplicity is the key to freedom, complexity is the path to suffering. A wise man listens more than he speaks, but never less than he thinks. Control your tongue, and you'll control your future. Everything you cling to will eventually own you. The weight of the past is heavy, why are you still carrying it? Your greatest enemy is the story you refuse to rewrite. If you constantly need distractions, you are running from yourself. A person at peace needs no approval. Weak people seek revenge, strong people seek wisdom. If they can trigger you, they can control you. The truth is often bitter, but lies always poison the soul. True power is being unshaken by external chaos. Your past isn't your prison, your attachment to it is. Discipline your desires, or they will discipline you. Your habits whisper your future before you can see it. What you avoid today will control you tomorrow. Most people fear failure, but the real danger is never evolving. You don't need more time, you need fewer distractions. A wise person questions their own beliefs daily. If you need external peace, you lack internal stability. True wealth is the ability to walk away from anything. What you judge in others reveals what you suppress in yourself. The mind creates suffering, the soul seeks peace. Which do you follow? The strongest chains are the ones you refuse to see. Your worst days teach the lessons your best days never could. An uncontrolled mind will always seek someone to blame. If you don't control your impulses, someone else will. True confidence is the absence of the need to prove yourself. Happiness isn't a destination, it's a way of walking through life. You suffer most when you resist change. Your greatest suffering comes from arguing with reality. Most people aren't thinking, they're just reacting. Peace isn't found, it's cultivated. The words you speak to yourself shape your destiny. The past is a lesson, not a life sentence. A wise man lets go before life forces him to. Don't let temporary emotions create permanent consequences. The truth doesn't change, you do. Nothing outside you can create lasting happiness. If you need others to change, you are not free. Detach, observe, and act, never react blindly. Your happiness is your responsibility, not the world's. Let go, or be dragged. A strong mind questions everything, especially itself. The pain of discipline is less than the pain of regret. You can't control life, but you can control your response. Your peace is more valuable than their approval. True wisdom isn't knowing more, it's needing less. People don't trigger you, the wounds you haven't healed do. A clear mind is more valuable than a full one. Clarity comes when you stop chasing distractions. The more you need from others, the less free you are. Your biggest problem is believing every thought you have. Suffering is optional when you choose acceptance. Growth begins where excuses end. If you want peace, stop feeding your ego. Master your thoughts, or they will master you. Don't fear endings, fear staying where you don't belong. If your peace depends on others, you will always be a prisoner. What you refuse to let go of will eventually break you. The loudest voice in your mind isn't always the wisest. Regret is the price you pay for ignoring your intuition. You don't need more time, you need more focus. Every reaction you regret started with an emotion you didn't control. Your mind creates stories, don't believe all of them. Your suffering doesn't come from the past, but from holding on to it. An untrained mind sees obstacles, a trained mind sees lessons. You fear losing control, but control was never yours to begin with. Most people don't listen, they just wait to speak. The moment you stop chasing validation, you become unstoppable. The future won't fix what you refuse to change now. If your happiness has a condition, it's already lost. The hardest truth to accept is the one that sets you free. No one is responsible for your healing except you. Every thought you nurture becomes a seed for your future. The storm outside is nothing compared to the storm within. What angers you the most reveals what controls you. The desire for revenge only deepens your wounds. Peace isn't given, it's the reward of self-mastery. If your worth depends on others, you will always feel unworthy. Letting go isn't weakness, it's refusing to be weighed down. The more you need to be right, the less you will learn. You suffer when you believe your thoughts instead of questioning them. A peaceful mind doesn't react, it understands. What you don't address today will haunt you tomorrow. If you seek control, you will always feel powerless. The wise focus on solutions, the weak focus on blame. No one can steal your peace unless you hand it over. Pain is inevitable, suffering is a choice. What you attach to determines your struggles. People don't betray you, they reveal who they always were. Your past only defines you if you let it. If your ego leads, your wisdom follows. You can't fill a cup that's already full of assumptions. A restless mind is never at peace, no matter where it goes. If you must prove yourself, you've already lost. What drains your energy isn't work, it's inner conflict. A closed mind sees only what it wants, never what is. Don't mistake distraction for purpose. Wisdom isn't knowing more, it's needing less. You can't fix external problems with internal chaos. If you fear silence, you haven't met yourself yet. The strongest person isn't the one who speaks, but the one who listens. Nothing is missing in your life, except your awareness of it. A wise man walks away without needing the last word. Where there is no resistance, there is no suffering. The moment you stop arguing with reality, peace begins. Your fears are only as powerful as your belief in them. Emotions make great messengers but terrible masters. Your peace grows in direct proportion to your detachment. You can't force someone to see the truth, they must open their own eyes. The root of misery is wanting life to be different than it is. A wise man lets go before life forces him to. Worry is an investment in suffering. You don't find purpose, you create it. If you never sit in stillness, you will never hear your soul. People don't upset you, your expectations do. The more you resist, the more you suffer. You are not your thoughts, only the observer of them. The mind is a fire, be careful what you feed it. The less you explain yourself, the more peace you have. Not everything requires your energy, choose wisely. Your habits predict your future, not your hopes. Growth is painful, but staying the same is worse. You lose nothing by letting go of what wasn't yours. Peace is the art of surrendering without losing yourself. Your triggers are your teachers, pay attention. A mind that clings is a mind that suffers. You are already whole, you just forgot. Most pain is born from resisting the truth. The past is done, the lesson remains. The world is noisy, your clarity is in the silence. Stop waiting for permission to be at peace. Nothing external can give you what you refuse to give yourself. If you can't be happy here, you won't be happy anywhere. Anxiety is the gap between now and the future you fear. Not everything needs a response, most things need distance. A wise man lets fools argue alone. Life isn't happening to you, it's responding to you. The stronger your attachment, the deeper your suffering. Detach, breathe, and watch your problems shrink. Anger fades when you see the lesson beneath it. Your reaction is your responsibility, always.